Alrighty. Hi, how's it going out there? This is new to the party, and we are just coming to you guys live for session 3, but game session 2. We had our character creation session last week, and that went off, or sorry, the week before. I apologize. And that went out pretty well. The characters last week, they met each other, they got sent on their way, and they know generally what they're looking to do. I'm gonna put the overall recap to Moogs for this week, as he was our agreed upon chronicler for last game. Um, and then once we go around the circle and introduce everybody, I've got a couple of sweet new features for us. Well, new to us features, new to me to use, and new to us to have in this game, but not maybe new to anybody who's watching this, who's going to look at this and go, "Why is anyone excited?" But I'm pretty stoked about all this, so I hope you guys are too. If you guys are taking a look just below me there, that is Wiley Hobbit, who today is videoless but is voiceful. Say hello to the people, Wiley. Wiley. And actually, I'm going to turn you up, Wiley. I want to hear you. Wiley, Wiley, could you just tell us? I do. And I'd like for you to tell us a bit about your character real fast, since we haven't met him yet. Now, Wiley, I think I can hear you okay, but if you can have your microphone maybe a little closer to you when you talk. I'm just taking a look at the levels here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think anyone can either, which is what I'm trying to figure out. Why? I have changed nothing since last time. I have changed no settings since the last time. Yes! Very, very, very sure. What could possibly. Yeah. Okay, so this should be my desktop audio, which should be catching you guys. Uh all right, well, we're going to try this again here in a little bit. Uh yeah, take 2 in 5.
I love that bear.
That bear is cute. Does the bear have a name, Shakespeare?
The bear is called William because he's a Shakespeare bear.
Great.
Okay, so this is my favorite thing. I totally started that off, but I left my own mic muted accidentally. So
Yeah!
everyone now knows about the Shakespeare bear.
Yeah, they can see. Oh. Oh. I thought we were off.
So, hi,
Hi.
everybody. New to the party, round 2, or I guess round 3, take 2. But otherwise, things are going pretty well. So, I think we got it fixed. People out there in Streamland, can you hear me? We have seen everything. Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh no.
Okay. And also, what's good about this is that now the sound levels off of Wiley are sounding pretty good. Wiley, speak. Speak, Wiley, speak.
I shall. Would you like me to reintroduce myself for the third or fourth time?
Yes, please. Oh, please.
Let me do that. I'm excited, man. I had to miss last week, so somewhere along the lines, I'm going to reappear. My character is Findalar Elbane. I'm a Wood Elf Ranger. First level, I'm an Outlander, so I'm a bit of a castaway kind of guy. Slender, long, silvery, white braided hair. Got kind of a green hooded cloak over some high, soft boots. Woolen breeches and studded leather mail. I carry a quarterstaff. I have a longbow strapped to my back. And I'm not a big fan of goblins, but I love my party mates, and I can't wait to get playing this game. So let's do it.
Alrighty. So, that is Wiley. So Wiley is the guy just down there. Wiley's not going to be on video today because he's traveling and is having mobile issues. Although, to be fair, at this point, what are a few bandwidth issues between friends?
What's a few more issues?
And then in what should be the middle, just below Wiley, is Cubit. Hello, Cubit.
Hello, that's me.
Yes,
That way.
Cubit. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
All right, I'm Cubit. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Brenly, who is a human fighter. She came from nobility, but through the course of her life actually found herself in knighthood. And she's just out here trying to do some good things and help people out.
Awesome.
Ew.
And Brenly, Brenly the bloodthirsty one, I think. Like, you are...
She has some rage issues, which, I think are just a product of her being played by me.
Okay, all right. So you're adorable and bloodthirsty. I'll have
She's
to
one of those
remember
people that she gets to be happy all the time because she lets her rage out.
that.
You know?
Okay, so she's got a release valve.
It's like her therapy. Yeah.
All right.
She
respect
lets out
that.
the rage and then she gets to be happy-go-lucky.
In
With a little bit
the
of blood.
bottom center is Shakespeare, who is playing who?
Let's see. He's a 6'7" tabaxi, and he does not like other people. He has a rather mysterious background, has been dragged into this endeavor slightly against his will. But he's willing to give it a shot if these people would stop trying to touch him. He's fluffy. He knows it. He doesn't want to be pet.
Yes, Metzi,
We're gonna touch
who
those
was
ears.
brought into this under a cloud of accusation and...
No.
Huh? Yes. And I love the ears, by the way. Digging them. And then finally, Moogs. Yes, Moogs. Sorry, I'm trying to pronounce all the O's.
Get them all in there.
Moogs is muted right now. Moogs, are you...
Are you
There
you
muted
go.
on purpose?
When I'm typing because mechanical keyboards are loud, but yeah. Hello, stream. I'm playing the Tiefling Paladin Glory. I also have a new. Do I call him baby brother? New friend.
Yeah.
New
Call him
overfriend.
what you want to call him.
Our new friend Brick. He's great.
Mama.
And Metzi loves everybody.
And then...
By the way, your name is gonna be Finny. Just throwing that out there. As soon as you introduce yourself. Oh, Phoebe.
So there is also in the far left corner, just above Moog's glory, there is a bit of artwork representing our most recent acquisition to the party, and that would be Brick, who the party met last week as initially a bloodthirsty and quite fearsome ogre who turned out to be, frankly, a bit of a softie.
Because somebody kneecapped him with a crown.
Yes, somebody
Well,
kneecapped him.
okay. In my defense, he was screaming and naked. What do you do when you see that?
Isn't
you
that-
pop him on the knee.
Isn't that how all people enter the world?
Cover that up. Nobody wants to see us.
Yes.
Yeah, and I probably would pop them on the knee too.
Stupid newborns. Making all that racket.
Babies.
Loud.
All right, so
Unnecessary.
last week we agreed that we would have a chronicler. Now the position of chronicler, we can have it change hands either weekly, or we can have it stay steady. Either way is fine by me, as long as there's someone who is doing it. And Moog's Glory put together a pretty great write-up of our last round of activities, and not only wrote it but also recorded it. Now we're not going to play the recording for you guys right now, seeing as how we actually have Moogs live with us, but we are currently working on potentially gussying it up a bit for posting on our YouTube channel, and we may make that a regular thing depending on how it goes. So, Moogs, how would you feel, though, about sort of recapping for us a little bit live? You don't have to go through the whole thing if you don't want to. You can just hit the highlights and let everybody know what all went down.
Sure. So, what happened is we were sent on a mission, and it's been like 2 weeks now. We met with our... Right there. His prestigious caravan mayor. He likes it when I call him mayor because he makes a funny face and he does not threaten me like Metzi does. And Metzi and Elsewhere, they like to play the staring game. It's very funny. Just recently, we were attacked by goblins. They tried, emphasis on trying. We just slaughtered a lot of them, except for our new ogre friend, who is named Rick. And Metzi loves him. Because Metzi went back to the caravan to bring food for Brick, and he was like, you have to take care of him. You have to take care of him. And I was like, oh, you care about Brick? That's so bad for you. That is exactly what happened.
Thank you very much. Okay, so to get into today's session, so I have learned a few new things about Roll20. So, for example, in fact, you guys all just witnessed me learn how to bring you guys to the page that I'm looking at. I also, over the week, I learned how to make new maps and add new maps in. So what I have done is I made icons for everybody. So you should all be able to control your little pawns on the screen. I made a map for this week, as well as I uploaded the map that I had previously for a future thing that you're working your way towards. I also made this sort of load screen map, this sort of yellow background thing, because this is the closest color I could find to the classic playmat that I used all coming up in the days. And while there is no true equivalent in here of the dry erase or even better the vis-a-vis like water soluble markers, right, for the overhead projector screens.
I hated those things so much.
But that was, for me, that was always gaming. Was like you would have the mat, and then you would have like the little markers in the little clear plastic case, and a tiny Dixie cup of water and a sponge. And you would like draw your map on the board, and then when it was done, you would Dixie cup in the sponge in the Dixie cup, and erase the map, and then paper towel it dry, and then draw the next map. And
Dixie cup. Dixie cup?
Small paper
Help.
cup.
Right.
Yeah, small paper cup. I don't
The
know
cups
what
don't
you would
be-
call them. I don't know what the British equivalent of
Paper
that is.
cups.
Paper cup, but they're like
Paper
little
cup.
little bitty ones.
Cups.
Okay, whatever. They're Dixie cups, darn it. Do you call them Kleenex or tissues? Or
I mean,
hankies?
Kleenex is
Made by Kleenex.
All right.
So handkerchiefs are the actual fabric.
Some of this
I have handkerchiefs, all right.
So you guys should see the yellow background map right now, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Move around until you can all see your pawns on this map. They are there.
Oh, I zoomed way the hell out. Okay.
Yeah, so in the upper right, you'll see the zoomy bar. But you should all be able to see your pawns. I just need to, if you guys could move your dudes around for me. I just want to see that everyone is capable of controlling their pawns. So
Yes.
that shows me that I got
Stop it!
permissions correct.
Oh wow,
Nancy, where are you
technology.
going?
Right? Okay.
I'm Mitzi.
Away from me.
Now, Leech
Cool people.
is someone you guys
We're
haven't...
chasing the kitty.
Leech is someone you guys haven't met yet. You will meet this session most likely, unless something horrifying happens. Brick is here, and you'll largely tell him what to do. And then I want everyone... So there's this one central location. And I'm moving all of your pawns here for a sec, so stop moving them around for just a moment.
But you told us
Told
to.
us.
I know. But you've all become drunk with power. So,
Yeah,
I was running away.
so here, how about
it's
this?
true.
There.
Thank you.
So,
That's much better.
so there is a central. Oh my god, over here. So there. Hang on. Stop. So there is a central. I will turn this Roll20 right around.
I feel like I'm in timeout.
I love it.
So there is a central map, an overland world map that we will spend some time on once we get past this sort of like intro zone that we're in right now. When that happens, you guys should all have the ability to control the party token on that map. We'll be using sort of an abstracted version of movement on there because like each hex on that map is not 5 feet, but Roll20 thinks it is, and I'm having a difficult time messing with the scale. So rather than have each of your individual tokens be on that map, instead we'll have the party map, and then whenever we're actually like doing something on that map, we'll zoom into a different map for the actual location. Does that make sense? Think of it like Final Fantasy,
Yes.
if you've ever played one of those. You ever like no? Okay.
Suplexing a train.
Basically, there's an overland map that
Like having a teeny map in a big map.
yes, yeah, it'll make way more sense once we do it. But what I want to see you guys do, if you could please, I'm gonna call your name, and when I do, please move the party token like a square or two over, just so that I know that I got the permissions right. Okay. So Brenly, can you move the party token? Cool.
Ooh, nice.
I sure can. Look at
Findalar.
that.
Woo! Findalar, can you move the party token, please?
How's that?
Cool.
Ooh.
You did that
I'm a
well,
good.
sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Glory, can you move the party token? And then... and then Metzi, can
Really?
you... Metzi, can you please move the party token?
Instead of just one of us chasing you, the party chases you.
Hooray.
Yeah.
And then real fast, Glory, can you try to move Brick?
No go.
Perfect. And try to move Leech.
Nope.
Awesome. Cool. So the things that you should be able to move, you can move, and the things you should not, you cannot. And now, and I can move the whole group of you. Yes. I too am somewhat drunk with power. Finally, there's one other thing that I want us all to know how to do before we move forward. And I'm trying to put you guys in a formation, and you're all being weird about it. Haha.
Yay!
So there's.
Why am I next to Glory?
I figured you would prefer that to Brick or Leech.
We don't know what Leech is yet.
Yeah.
I don't know him yet. He might not try and touch me.
Oh, he will.
I have my own row.
Okay, so if you could all open up your character sheets, please. And also, just to let you guys know, Metzi and Brenly, in between sessions, unless I say otherwise, you guys will pretty much always heal up to full in between sessions. The assumption being that you were able to long rest.
Okay.
Okay. Next.
So here's how initiative works. You have to click on your pawn to make sure that it's selected. And then on your character sheet, click the word initiative. And if you do it correctly, you should show up on the initiative tracker.
Am I pointing at the right direction? Or is it this way?
Yeah, I've got Glory, I've got Metzi, I've got Brenly.
Aw.
With the crit fail. Nice.
Oh, hush. I'm just getting the ones out of the way now.
Findalar, do you...
Yeah, I'm working on it. There we go.
Okay. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So, in future, when I ask for initiative rolls, that is what you will do. You have to make sure that you click on your pawn first, and then click the word initiative on your character sheet. It'll automatically roll, automatically add you to the turn order, and then what's great is then from there, and I can sort it numerically descending, see? And then, so I say, okay, we're starting with Metzi, and then Glory, and then Finn, and then Brenly, and then back to Metzi. See how that works? So, super
Fancy.
super, it's awesome, actually, because otherwise, so this is something I don't mind, like, evolving from the pen and paper, because otherwise you would have just pages and pages of old scratched out initiative tables of every single combat that you'd been in, and it was always a pain in the ass. If, say, you had a bunch like rapid fire, sometimes it would happen where you would have just like, okay, wait, which one are we on right now? Is this your initiative? Did you have a 17 or did you have a 15? It makes a difference as to whether or not you die. So remind me, right? So this is a lot easier. It cuts out a lot of the guesswork, and it's very easy for me to just go boop, boop, and then they're all gone. Okay, so
No turn for you. No turn for you.
so let me see here. So I want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly, but I think I am. So you guys, last time you
loading.
finished off with Brick.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, let me see. Do I have you added on here? I do not have you guys added on here. I will need to do that.
We don't exist here.
Are we outside Mordor?
I don't think I like it when he laughs like that.
Well, you're sort of more like inside Mordor. So,
Did we just walk in?
yeah, kind of, yeah. So
Nice.
here's what's happening.
No.
here is what is happening. Is you guys... Hang on, I will add you to... Okay, I need to add your pawns. That's what I need to do. So, hang on one moo. So, Finn, Glory, Metzi, and Brenly. Boop, boop. And it should automatically lock you into the grid. And then Brick. Okay, so the green cart is your guys' shitty wagon.
Wait, why is it shitty?
Oh, I can move it. Ooh, don't move it.
So, after the last
Just
event...
see the background.
After the last event, things went down thusly. Everyone was very
Still
thankful.
can't see anything on the map.
You still can't see anything. You may need to reload. If it's like, do you have a black screen?
No, I've just got the background, the more story thing, but I don't have
So
anything.
change
on
your
the
cursor.
Oh,
Change
Oh,
your
no, wait, there
cursor
it is.
to a
Yeah, it's fine. I wasn't scrolling down far.
Yeah. You got to zoom out and scroll down. That's
Yep, I
that
wasn't
is
scrolling
okay.
down far.
Common roll 20 concerns. So, after last session, after last events, everyone was extremely thankful. Everybody healed up. You all got into the cart and continued on your merry way. Brick just sort of walks next to the cart. It never really goes so fast that he can't keep up. And the guy is something of a dynamo. He just never really gets tired. So he happily just sort of lopes alongside the cart, just doom, 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 basically all the time. And when the cart stops. He gets water with the horses. You know, and one of the stable bucks at a certain point, somewhat unsure what to do with him, straps a feed bag to him, and Brick is perfectly happy. So there's this ogre just with a big old feed bag on him, and I mean, he has to like kind of hold it up to his mouth because obviously he doesn't have a long horse mouth. But he like shoves the bag up towards him and just and makes all sorts of messy noises. But happy messy noises. You guys get to the outside of this place and make camp for the night. When you wake up in the morning, there is an extra person in your caravan, I've forgotten the word, in your cart.
I think we went with caravan.
Did we go with caravan? I think the caravan, isn't the caravan the whole thing? And then like...
Yeah, caravan would be plural carts.
Right, and then, so I think it's your cart. Your wagon. Aha! Your wagon.
Train.
So...
I always think of like Red Rider wagons.
Finn, just to let you know, so here's what happened. You were basically given orders to show up at X place at X time. However, the orders got to you late because you were out in the wild at the time. So by the time you made it to X place, it was well past X time. And the person who was there explained to you quite briefly, well, your job is to escort a caravan that is already 85% of the way to where it's supposed to be. We will teleport you the rest of the way to them. And you must then get the rest of your directions and instructions from the group. None of the people who were here at the time to see them off are still here. We're all just low-level bureaucrats and wage slaves. Sorry, buddy. You're like a day late. By the way,
Civil service.
really cool to meet you.
Through no fault of my own, of course.
No, none whatsoever. It looks like we used perhaps the more, I don't know, the second-rate carrier pigeon we'll have to do a better job of that next time, and we are really sorry. Which is why we're going to teleport you there for free, as opposed to charging you the standard rate, which would be it's just some number of silver per kilogram per mile. Anyway, so
Metzi got the good bird.
so they walk you over to a.
And eat it.
They walk you over to a what looks like a closet, basically.
Yeah.
And they sort of shove you in it, and a lot of loud noises happen on the outside, and then you travel through in the blink of an eye, and yet at the same time, kind of an eternity. Everything goes purple, and you can taste caramel, and then you wake up, or come to your senses properly, just outside of here. And place yourself on the map wherever you feel like you would pop into, and this is where you are.
I have been falling for 30 minutes.
Hello? Where am I? What's this place? Is this my caravan?
It is now.
Metzi, are you like on
I'm
top
Findala.
of the wagon where you usually ride, or?
Yeah, hold on. Can I put myself? Yeah. Up of the wagon.
Wait, no, yeah, I'm inside.
Looking
Okay.
down.
Looking out the window. Well,
When did that guy get there?
Hello? Looking around, kind of confused. Is this
has
the
he always been there?
caravan I am to escort?
On.
I am Finderla, Elbane, Ranger. And you might be, and I look up at the tabaxi.
Hey, Metzi.
Well met, Metzi. I'll pull my hood back. Is this the caravan that I was to escort with a group of people? I look around, just taking in my surroundings quickly.
Be us. But I wouldn't mean it.
All right,
Where's-
then.
Where's Ellswick right now?
Ellswick is at the head of the caravan, messing around with some horses.
Doing
So
his
we're gonna-
horsey thing.
That's really creepy. I hate that. Glory's gonna run off and find Ellswick.
Okay.
That just sounded
Um,
really bad.
Ellswick, being calm and unflappable, says, "Ah, yes. Hello, Glory. How may I help you today?"
Man, Ellswick, man, Ellswick. There's a strange person.
And of course, as before, every time you say mayor, he goes, "Yes. There's a person, you say?
Yes.
What kind of person?
Wow.
Bad person or good person?"
You tell me.
Person.
How many
Okay.
of us are there supposed to be?
Well, we are contracted for 6. We only received 3, so assuming we're being charitable and counting Brick as 4, we're still 2 down.
Okay. I think we have another person now. He's at our wagon.
Oh,
Do you want to come meet him?
yes, I do. Thank you. And Ellswick will come with you. For those of you who have not met Ellswick previously, Ellswick is an extraordinarily tall, very pale human wearing sort of plain white robes, who has just an extremely calming nature and aura about him, which he uses to great effect whenever possible. So
He talks
Ellswick,
kind of like Ben Stein.
a little, yeah, calming, aka creepy, yes. So Ellswick will follow you, and upon coming back to the group, will say, "Oh, hello. Who are you?"
I regard Ellswick. Hello, I am Findela Elbane. I've been assigned to accompany this caravan. Unfortunately, the message reached me at a late hour, and I have only just now arrived." And I kind of give him half of a bow.
Okay. Findelar Elbane. Yes, I do remember reading your name on the original roster.
Yes.
Have you heard anything of perhaps the other two? We were supposed to have a samurai friend perhaps come with you, or maybe there was talk of a sorcerer. Is it just you?
Indeed, I have not heard of anyone else. I just only made it in from the wilds and was immediately caramelized here by
Yes.
some odd Wilmer.
I have experienced that. The process is both comforting and unsettling simultaneously. Well,
Yes, I'm still. You see me patting myself, clearly looking for my possessions just to make sure I have, look at my pack is on my back, my bow.
oh, double check
leaning
your
on my
coin
staff.
purse. They've been known to pilfer nothing big. They only take coppers.
I'll look into that later. So, what is it,
Dry
be of
cleaners.
service to you?
Well, actually, I had meant to come back here and speak with all of you very soon. Would one of you get Brick? He may want to know what is coming.
Glory just kind of whistles really loud.
Rick!
Brick
I
comes,
kind of
Brick comes like loping over, like, yes.
my hand goes to my hand axe as I regard this big oafish-looking young thing, having not probably seen an ogre except in a
yes.
bad situation.
Brick
No. Brick is not a friend. Brick, say hi.
Friend?
Glory. Go on.
New
Friend.
friend?
New
Yay!
He is learning.
I kind of back away a little startled and kind of regard him with a nervous nod. Hello, friend. Ogre friend.
Yes.
All right.
That is correct.
You can see, by the way, that Brick is holding himself back from hugging you with every bit of self-control he has. Like he's actually starting to break into a sweat. But Metz...
And a big smoky puff from my long pipe in gratitude floats in his general direction.
Metzi has taught him the value of not getting too close to strangers. And you can actually see a couple of little claw marks across his nose.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I apologize. I chose a bad moment to chew a carrot.
Hey!
Another newbie mistake. Okay. So,
Rookie move.
right? So Elswick will look at you and say, okay, we're about to head into the hallway of eternal damnation.
That sounds fun.
It's
like fun.
It's not really that bad. That's just
Right.
what some people call it. But that's only because if you go one by one, or even in groups, say, smaller than 5 or so, you'll almost certainly be slaughtered by whatever's inside. But larger groups tend to be left alone. We don't really know what all is in there. We've found goblins, ogres, kobolds, centipedes, big ones and little ones. One time we found a floating skull. There was a giant sort of gelatinous cuboid creature at one point. It's really dealer's choice. It's up to the fates as to exactly what has crawled in there at any given time. What I can tell you is that we will...
They're always so kind.
What I can tell you is that we will almost certainly find something, and it will be hostile. But I'm confident
You
that...
might get to hit things.
Oh, you'll definitely
Yay!
get to hit things. This is, in fact, exactly why this caravan needed accompaniment. This particular location is... well, it's unfriendly. It doesn't like living creatures that aren't twisted and awful as the things that live on the inside of this place.
Then may I inquire why we are stopping here?
Well, I chewed another carrot. Look at me.
No worries, friend. I too enjoy carrots,
Yes.
rutabagas, and
You know
other root vegetables.
Elswick's the kind of guy he would just eat a carrot like while talking.
In the middle of your conversation.
Sounds like it.
So, as I was saying,
As I wipe
Always
the
staring.
carrot flecks off of my
right. So,
my
coming up here, we're gonna.
He's just spitting carrot flecks everywhere.
Yes, well, never mind then, dear chap. Let's make you ready.
No.
Man,
So the
man,
reason why
how
we're
many
here,
things-
the village we are attempting to go to, is on the other side of this tunnel. This tunnel was originally dug by dwarves so long ago that the technology built, like the technology used to hold it up, to keep it in place, to keep it as well kept as it seems to be. No one even has that ability anymore. The magics or engineering skills or whatever it is that was used to create this place is beyond the skill of really anyone around now. What that means for us is that we have a permanent tunnel that will allow us to get to where we need to go. It's in fact the only way in or out of the valley that this village sits in, as it's in kind of like a volcanic depression in between a ring of mountains.
A
That's
caldera.
horrifying.
A caldera, no
Death
doubt.
Trap at all.
Perhaps, although caldera typically, I believe, is more active than this. This is all quite dormant now, but the bowl-shaped depression
Very good.
is permanent as far as anyone can tell. And this is the only land route in there. We could fly, I suppose, or expeditions have been known to climb, but those are extremely risky. This will take us about a day.
Very well. What time do we plan to enter the cavern?
Whenever you feel ready to go.
You said a lot of words,
Having just arrived,
but
I'm
also
ready.
fighting. Yes.
Yes, there will certainly be fighting.
Perfect.
Does Brick have a weapon right now, or
Brick does not.
Weapon.
Are there-
Pindalar,
do we
you were
have any-
saying that you just got here. Were you needing to
I just
rest
meant
up
to
a little
say
bit?
that as I have recently arrived, I am ready to venture forth.
Oh. Excellent.
within the caravan? I know there's the big furniture, I guess, guild. Is there like a blacksmith guild?
Yes.
Cool. I am going to head over there and see if I can find some sort of weapon for Brick.
Okay, so you head on over to
Which
talk to
wagon
the
was it?
blacksmith. One of the blacksmiths.
Let's arm the child. That sounds like a wonderful idea.
One of the. Do you take Brick with you, or do you leave Brick where he is?
Please take him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take Brick with you, and you head on
Take him
over
away.
to the blacksmith. The blacksmith himself is a bit busy as he's sort of preparing things for the trip inside. But the blacksmith's apprentice is there, and he greets you. Oh, hi, hello, Glory, hello, Brenly, hello, Brick.
Since we are going into the tunnel soon, I was thinking it might be a good idea to give our ogre friend some sort of a weapon. Maybe just a big stick.
Big metal
I
stick.
hold my quarterstaff a little more tightly away from Brick.
Maybe something made out of a metal that won't break as soon as he hits something.
Hey, Brick. Hi. Brick, what? Do you know how to use a weapon? No. Do you want to use a weapon? Brick is lost in thought for a moment.
Last thought.
He sits down. He starts counting. He's counting on his fingers and looking up. Eventually, he comes to a decision. He stands up and he says, "Whatever."
I kind of roll my eyes and just kind of take in the whole situation, enjoying my pipe. Clearly concerned.
Welcome to the party.
So the apprentice looks at you and he shrugs. He's like, "What? I don't. What would you like me to do?"
Okay, tell you what. Do you have an extra, like a sledgehammer laying around or a maul?
Let me take a look and see what I got. The
I know their forge isn't working on the wagons.
Right, exactly. There's nothing fired up right now. Brick, or sorry, not Brick. The apprentice like goes into the wagon, and you hear a lot of rummaging around, and after a couple of loud crashes, the apprentice comes back out and he says, "All I got is this." And he's lugging this humongous, it looks like a metal door. And he hands this over. He says, "All I got is this shield. It's a tower shield, but, well, we made it too big. So, Brick looks at it and he
Just
goes,
look at Finn. Look at Finn and say in Elvish, "Yeah, I know. Tragic, isn't it?"
I nod and wink at Metzi. Little smirk.
Do I think on this? I think so.
yeah, you can all check, but I enjoy them having inside jokes.
I definitely don't.
The only grown-ups.
Wow.
So,
Fair, but wow.
Brick
Short people, oh my god.
Brick looks at the door, and then he looks at Glory, and then he looks at the door, and
Yes, you can hold it. You see the way I do with mine, like this. And I take out my shield, just kind of holding it. What we can do is, if you don't want to hit things, you can stand next to the wagons and hold your door to make sure nothing hits them.
like a turtle,
Also, you can do like this, and you can bash them.
like an
So that.
angry turtle.
Like a very angry turtle.
I just reach over and pat Glory on the head and say, "Good little mother."
Brick reaches down and grabs the door and picks it up. "Rope," he says to the apprentice, and the apprentice.
Wait, I have rope.
Well, the apprentice just about shits himself, runs inside, grabs a length of rope, and comes back. And Brick like holds it like on his forearm and says, "Wrap, please." And the apprentice like starts lashing the thing to Brick's forearm. And eventually it's just on there now. It's just sort of stuck. And Brick moves it around. And you can all hear audible whooshing as all of the air is displaced every time Brick moves this thing. And then Brick looks and says, "Happy turtle!" And then he wanders off and starts like smashing at things with the door, just like rocks and stuff.
Okay. I was like, okay. And then I turned to everyone else like, okay, I think now we are being ready.
The apprentice, by the way,
Pat her on the head. Yeah.
the apprentice has made himself quite scarce fairly quickly.
The apprentice is
Thank
wise.
Yeah, he breathed a very loud sigh of relief the moment Brick wandered away, and then like got back in the wagon. Okay, so and I should add Brick to the. Oh no, Brick was already there. Now there's 2 bricks.
I've got 2 bricks.
Now there's 1. Okay.
That's
We
a
don't
scary
need
thought.
2 bricks.
No one
Is
does.
enough.
Sure.
1 is probably too many.
Very sure.
Okay,
Turtle.
so
Brick.
so how would you guys like to proceed? So what you're actually looking at, like this whole map, is I know it looks like you're at the entrance, but this actually is the hallway. I've placed you already inside of the hallway.
Okay.
And so the reason why this takes about a day is because again, we're dealing with a slightly abstract scale here. So you guys sort of generally tell me where you're headed, and then if we go into combat, and I'll just show you what that'll look like. I've got a couple of sort of generic hang on.
Maps.
Yeah, a couple of sort of generic maps, like, for example, this one,
Ooh.
where...
Big space ball.
Right, and so again, it's just...
We're fighting the Death Star.
Yeah.
I like the sound effects myself.
It's a moon.
And this is just, you know, so that we can have, like...
That's no moon.
Oh my good God.
Yeah.
You
Couldn't
people.
leave that hanging.
My God, what have I done?
It's like
You
we're a
brought
bunch
this
of
on
nerds.
yourself.
I did. It is my fault. So this will be like the general sort of fighting area. And so what that just represents like a small section that is accurate to scale within the otherwise much larger hallway. Okay.
Yeah, zoomed in.
I get
Map inside of big map.
Yes. So
Big maps.
moving us back now
Mapception.
to the hallway. So what would you guys like to do? How do you want to handle this? How do you want to proceed? They're leaving basically all the security, scouting, all of this up to you guys. Since your job is to keep them safe, they're entirely deferring to you as to how they proceed.
So, who has great perception? Because I do not.
I don't either, but Brenly's instinct would be
I have
to
good
actually.
perception.
That's
I have
good.
this many
We need you.
perception.
I have a +4 perception.
Oh wow.
I have 3.
Perhaps it might make sense for one or two of us to quietly map out the beginning of the entrance while the caravan remains here safely at rest.
Do we really want to leave everybody behind? Because what if they get attacked when we're scouting ahead?
Well, that's why I suggested just one or two of us might enter the cavern quietly. I am stealthy, and I see well. I also can see in the dark.
So I'm actually, just to make things a little bit easier, what I'm going to do for now, I'm moving some of your pawns, so hang on. What I'm going to do for now is all the rest of the pawns, all the carts, I'm going to sort of move down here into the corner. So don't really consider where they are. That was more for the initial, just to kind of show you how many people you have with you.
Okay.
How many people we're trying not to get killed?
Right. So the green one, though, you should all be able to control, if I did it right.
Yes. That's
So-
why I knew it.
Yes. So the green one for now is going to represent the caravan as a whole. So you
Like it.
guys get to decide, you know, when and how far, you know, at a pace the caravan will move. Okay. I will not commit to anything until you say that this is what you're doing. I am going to warn you that this is a treacherous area, but that there are things like along the sides, for example, that are worth maybe paying attention to. Depends on how you feel. So just to sort of set the scene a little bit more before I give this back to you guys, this cave, it is an entirely covered, carved out, massive hallway that just cuts right through the base at the heart of a mountain. And it is colossal, this thing. If this was dug by dwarves, there's almost no way that it either didn't take generations for them to do, or was used with some created with some very hefty magic, or perhaps a combination thereof. You guys have heard stories of like geomancers and other kinds of now lost schools of magic, people who were capable of raising or lowering whole mountain ranges or rivers or things like that. But this is to hear of it and then to see it are two completely different things. And so what you are currently staring at is a many thousand-year-old remnant of what once was probably a vibrant pathway between most likely, bustling metropolises. Now, at this point, most of it has fallen into a kind of disrepair. Everything is still very solid. You don't really feel unsupported in most places. The road seems extremely solid. The buildings on the sides, there are watchtowers posted at regular intervals. And the watchtowers look to be intact, although extremely dirty, covered in ash and soot, as well as, frankly, quite a lot of spider webs. There are markings where it's clear that travelers have continued over long periods of time. A few faint ruts, for example, in the road, or remnants of what look like campfires spread here and there. Most of the campfires that seem fairly recent tend to be towards the middle, which tracks with what sounds like most of the caravans typically do in here, which is they don't go near the edge as much at all and make a beeline straight from one side to the other, going single file down the middle. But that's not to say that you couldn't be surprised that way, or that's necessarily the best plan. It's just that's what looks like has been done. Okay. So beyond that, I leave it to you guys. I want you to talk about it for a minute and kind of figure out what your plan is, and then come back to me when you think you want to execute.
Do we know what's behind that gate at the end of what appears to be a nasty old gauntlet here?
Presumably, it's the way out, but
like the way through to the valley.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha.
But as with the cat in a box, you don't really know till you open it.
Right, gotcha. I'm just trying to get us
With
overall.
the Betsy in a box.
That's specious.
Specious. Nice. Perhaps then
Schrodinger's Betsy.
I didn't understand. Perhaps
Betsy.
perhaps we should just take good positions around the caravan and advance slowly through the cavern to the gate.
See, that sounds good. That's what I was thinking. If you said wait, Findela? May I call you Finny?
Yes, Finny, Findalar. Any of those will work.
Okay, so Finny Findela. What I was thinking is, if you're a scouty type, you can stealth ahead just a little bit and just get kind of out of sight, and then I can walk in front of the caravan with a torch, because if I remember correctly, Bren, you don't see too well in the dark.
I just have these boring human eyes. We don't do well in the dark.
I have dark vision.
I think we all do, except for Bren.
Yeah.
I can light us a torch just so we can see our way through.
Thanks, buddy.
Brick can do what Brick does, just follow along the fence. But
Well, then why don't...
Mhm.
Go ahead.
But yeah, Elswick says this journey usually takes a day, and I kind of assume he knows what he's doing because he's done it multiple times, I guess. I forgot to ask. So if we proceed slowly and carefully, straight shot, avoiding the sides, that sounds good to me.
Why don't I set off and stay just ahead of the torchlight?
That's what
I will scout ahead and look for traps. Other such lovely things.
I don't think any of us want to die.
Okay. So,
Agreed.
range yourselves. Brentley, did you?
Trap.
Brentley,
Did I what?
Did you remove your hit points?
Please don't be dead.
Yeah, that's not a good way to start.
You have no green health bar. It's just blink.
Let me look. If you have no hit points to lose, aren't I just immortal then?
No, you're dead.
That does make sense.
That's dead.
That does make sense to me, Peebit.
Not
There we go.
They're killed.
Okay, cool.
And I live.
Brick will happily take up a position in the rear. And he actually seems to be taking his job fairly seriously. He's got a shield up, and he's constantly like looking for danger. And he always seems to try to put like the shield on the outside between him and like the cart. With an attempt to protect
He's
it
playing
from
turtle very well.
Lord only knows what. Yes, he is.
What
I am
is
so
each square?
proud.
How many feet?
Say again.
How many feet is each square?
So let's call them. Let's call each square 30 feet, since that's how fast you can move and turn. And then, so the reason. Oh, hang on. Let me just double check here. Yeah, let me put it this way. Assume that each square, yeah, is about 30 feet or so. Worst case scenario, we just double up and do this twice. So I'm still learning scaling in map design for Roll20. So these first couple of maps that I make are going to be
Tough
a
make.
little awkward. But like I am quite proud of this, and I do want to point out this map totally custom. I made it using and a bit of a shout out to a particular program, Incarnate, Inkarnate, is what I used to make this. And it is a really cool tool, to be honest. It's a little unintuitive
awesome.
at times, but yeah, the first couple of maps you guys are going to see today, I made using that. And
Stop poking me!
oh my god. All right, so do you guys feel comfortable with the plan that you have?
Yes.
Okay, please arrange.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay just ahead of the group, just out of the torchlight.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know you did just say that each square is about 30 feet, but I'm not actually. I would like to be a little bit closer to the caravan than 30 feet, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just say that
Okay.
like you would be like right next to it. That's fine
Yeah,
by me.
yeah. I want to kind of have like at least one of us
Yeah.
kind of in the
Yeah.
close enough to. Actually.
Okay, so are you all arranged roughly as you would be?
Yes.
Okay.
The torch provides bright light up to 20 and dim light up to 40.
Okay.
So yeah, finger light, that's good.
So, Finn, what I'll say for you is whatever square you're in, you won't, like, if there are traps in it, you won't set off traps. And whenever you search for traps, you search in, like, a 9 square radius with you at the center, okay?
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to stay kind of straight through, just searching enough area to get the caravan down through there. I'm not gonna scour the whole thing, of course.
Okay. So, assuming that you guys are arranged roughly as you would be, Finn, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oops.
So, do you know how to do that?
Oh, I sure do. I'm just getting my sheet up here,
Okay.
getting my sheet together, as it were.
What?
See what I did right there?
Yes.
Whoops. Take the first one. I accidentally hit it twice.
Yeah. Well, and so you also have it set to be rolling with initiative. You can actually change that in your settings.
Yeah, I'll get rid of that.
But so the very first one is an 11. So at the moment, you're not really seeing anything that's sparking any warnings or alarm bells for you.
Very good. And I'm also going to be stealthing.
Okay. So in that case, go ahead, give me a stealth roll.
And I'm also. Can I have a longbow at the ready with an arrow handy?
Yep.
Not for shot, obviously. I can't do all that at once, but.
Well, I mean, it's hard to walk any distance with an arrow fully knocked.
Right.
Well, you can have one knocked. You can't have it drawn. But
Right. I just want it, maybe under an
Yeah.
arm, so that I don't have to dig behind me in case I have to make a reaction.
So weapons drawn, which is perfectly fine. And all of you,
Yep.
I'm assuming that you all have weapons drawn in situations where you're clearly expecting possible danger.
Yes, please.
Shield, torch.
I will, and by the way, just as a sort of a GM note, I will typically assume that your characters are not idiots. And so when faced with a possibility of, well, did they choose to do the thing that everyone would always do all the time anyway, but they didn't specifically say it, so therefore they don't get it, I will usually go with they probably did that thing.
It's
like not
it's
sleeping
opt
in
in
full
to being
armor
an
kind of
idiot,
thing.
not opt out.
Right, exactly. Yes. You can do something idiotic if you tell me that that's what you want to do. But I will
I do that.
typically not assume that that's what you're doing.
We have to opt out of common sense in order to be stupid.
Yes, which I'm certain will happen because it always does, because that is the nature of the game.
D&D.
Okay, so I will control Brick. Who wants to be in charge of the cart for the most part? Brenly, it sounds like you kind of volunteered.
I was going to say, since I'm going to try to keep myself kind of in line with it, I can do that.
Okay. So I want you guys all to move yourselves forward when you feel comfortable moving yourselves forward. Okay. So Finn, all right. So you're moving up. Go ahead and check again.
I'm trying to keep equidistant between Finn and the caravan because I'm trying to keep an eye on them both.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a tripwire, like, across the road here.
Okay, I'm going to hold up my hand in a classic military stop, fist clenched stop signal.
Yep.
Glory keeps walking.
No.
Is Glory right behind me? Or the first one with the torch?
I am like...
I just put my hand out and stopped Glory by the face. Just
You're pretty far away. You'd have to move close to do so. Do you do so?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
She's
is that a bug?
still walking forward. She should meet me. Stop!
Why does he do this? Is that a bug?
I'm gonna carefully inspect that tripwire, not touching it, of course.
Sure. So
Going
you're gonna...
one to one side and then the other to see if I can see what it is leading to or attached to, what might trip.
So it looks like it's attached to some kind of an alarm. You've seen things like this before. If the tripwire gets pulled, then a couple of what look like little thunderstones will clap together, making just a hellaciously loud noise. That will not only potentially deafen you guys, but also might notify someone else of some impending doom.
Just in case there's someone else in there, you never know, right?
Right, exactly.
I'll come back to the party carefully, not just willy-nilly, but carefully come back to the party and explain, I've discovered a tripwire, and it appears that it may set off some form of alarm. Thunderstones, perhaps. Does any one of you have any experience with perhaps disarming such an alarm system?
So the way that you guys would know this is if you have proficiency in thieves' tools.
I'm just going to give you a very blank stare and nod.
Not me, my dude.
Okay.
no.
So
Somebody asked Rick. Ha ha ha. Just kidding.
yeah, I was gonna say, Brick's response would be, "Smash it!"
Yeah.
That's Brenly's thought too, so
Yeah.
we're on the same page.
Brian
That's
wants to
2
start
votes
it
for
off.
smashing it.
I feel as if we pull the wire in any way,
Subtle people.
it will set off the alarm. Is anyone
And
carrying a
that's...
sharp blade that would not pull the wire if it were cut?
Oh, I have a dagger. Here you go.
I have claws.
He does have claws.
That's true.
Does it look, DM, from looking at that
That's
wire,
true.
that we could cut that without tripping the thunderstones.
So I'm actually drawing the line on the map because he figured out where both ends are.
Oh, so we could even potentially go around it?
Yeah, so that
Oh.
is
In,
from
Okay.
end to end where the tripwire is.
Perhaps
so
we
I
could-
think maybe we should just go around it rather than risking.
places. and
Okay,
go over it.
I'll go ahead then and check out front to the left to stay away from the crevasses, just to make sure it's clear to go around the tripwire. Sort of like that.
Okay.
Another perception.
Yeah, another perception. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this correctly. Kokore 0690, unless it's Koshire. So spot is not a skill anymore. It's perception. They rolled multiple skills into the same thing because it was sort of needlessly confusing for people. Okay, so let me see. So you rolled another perception. Okay. Yeah, you are actually certain that this way is not safe. If you can't quite tell, but you're pretty sure that there's a pressure plate. And if you had to guess, let me see if it'll let me draw a shape here.
A 1 + 4. All right.
Hang on. So you're pretty sure that there's a pressure plate here-ish.
Ooh.
Oh, big one.
A big pressure plate.
That is blocking your path.
Okay.
I'm like making danger colors here.
Danger red.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to the group before they start around the tripwire. It appears there's yet another challenge in front of us, a pressure plate to the left, just beyond the tripwire. Is there a way in inspecting this that I can put something between the thunderstones so that they don't go off?
That's a
when
strong
they-
possibility. Seeing as how you don't have proficiency in thieves' tools, that would
Sure
be.
don't.
I would either give you. I'd give you sleight of hand on this, or just
take
straight dexterity.
That's-
Are you?
I could take a dex roll. I got a good dex.
Okay. Are you
Perhaps I
trained
could-
in sleight of hand or no?
I have a +3, but it's not a proficiency. So
Okay,
no.
so let's just go for the. Well, no. Yeah, give me roll sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Okay. I think I'll try to put something between the thunderstones so that it will not make a noise should they come together. Just a moment. Sleight of hand.
Okay, give me the roll. So you arrange a card in there in such a way that you're pretty sure is right. It should keep them from clacking together.
Right.
Which ought to keep everything copacetic
That's
as far
kinda
as you can
it.
tell.
I do believe I've rolled a 4, but I'm quite certain this will work.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I believe I've disarmed the trap. Who has a sharp blade that won't tug the string when cutting the string?
I'm gonna give him my dagger.
Okay.
Okay. Dex check or
Nah, just cut it. Just say cut it. Because at this point, and I mean, we all know you rolled a couple of ones. It
We do.
Yeah.
happens to the best of us.
I'm not worried about that, man. This is D&D. That's the game, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dice tell the tale.
So you cut the wire, and you do so really, pretty gently. You feel like, hey, maybe I could be a second story guy. Like I could get into this kind of thing. What do rogues know that I don't know? And so you cut the wire, and you set it down, and as soon as you let any slack in the line, all of you just hear boom, this just thunderous clap from, thankfully, it's over when I click on the screen, you should see it's over here. Okay, so and radiating out from there, which is good because none of you are deafened, but is bad because if there was any doubt that there was a caravan coming down the way, you're certain that everyone in a very long distance has now heard you.
It seems we've announced our presence.
We're here.
I do not think it is supposed to do that. Okay.
I believe your belief was unfounded.
Do you think so, really?
Toss down the torch, take out the warhammer.
Brick calls out from behind the caravan, "Is it raining?"
No, Brick.
I just shake my head.
Okay.
We're underground.
And by the way, Brick has the shield like over his head. And he keeps like.
I'm gonna knock an arrow.
Okay.
Baby.
So everything goes quiet. Everyone in the caravan.
I have my macahuitl.
Everyone in the caravan goes quiet. To the point where it is eerily silent. It hadn't quite come across to you yet just how dead this place is, but there are no bug noises, no birds, nothing alive that you can hear making any kind of a sound, to the point where you can all hear like the blood pumping through your body more loudly than just about anything else. Your breathing is like deafening right now.
I feel like we should use a word other than dead to describe the sound.
No, I feel that was about right.
Pathetic.
Riley, are you using an ice machine?
I have.
Okay. All right, so what do you do? Nothing comes jumping out of the darkness at you. You wait for 5 minutes. Nothing comes out. You don't hear any war cries or anything.
Let's get the caravan across.
Agreed.
Let's keep moving.
Agreed. Let us move.
Pick up the torch, and can I hold the torch? No. Okay, warhammer away, torch in hand.
Okay. So are you continuing as cautiously as before?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I am perceptioning along the way.
Okay. Once you get, pardon me. Actually, yeah, go ahead and roll again. Okay, so you're looking around. This all looks fine. Also, you're getting the feeling that now that you've seen more of the floor, you may have been wrong about that pressure plate before. Like, it looks like the floor just in certain spots looks like a pressure plate, but maybe isn't. I leave that to you as to whether you or not you decide to tell anybody, but you're just sort of coming to this...
Notice the lack of pressure plate.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that little tidbit to myself.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that to myself.
Okay.
I noticed the lack of pressure plates.
So go ahead and continue moving forward if you like. Okay. So let's go ahead and move the group forward as well. So you guys get to here, and you begin to hear sort of a low chanting, and it's grind them, chew them, grind them, chew them.
That doesn't sound helpful.
I stopped it until the party catches up.
Perception checks, please, from everyone.
Shit.
I don't know how to turn off the advantage thingy.
That's okay for now. We can fix that later. I'll just always take that first
anyway.
one.
Hey.
Cupid,
I
I'm
was
waiting on
hoping
you.
you'd say that. She said
Yeah,
sincerely.
sorry. Did it work now?
No, you still have advantage, but that's okay. So, okay, none of you really are certain exactly where the sound is coming from. It frankly, it kind of feels like it's coming from everywhere. But it is definitely getting louder, and you can now hear like the clack of wood on stone and like metal brushing against leather, brushing against other metal, and the chanting is getting louder. Chew them, grind them, grind them, chew them, grind them, chew them.
Can we hurry?
I feel like I want to stop and wait for the party to catch up. Since I'm off by myself in the darkness, I want to know if they're hearing this.
So party, what do you guys do?
I vote we hurry.
Once they reach
just
me,
trying to keep an eye on both Finn and the caravan.
do you hear that chanting?
Yes,
you do.
and I don't like
Have
it.
ears.
I do not
Are
like this
you able
song.
to tell where it's coming from?
No.
All right,
Everywhere.
well, I'll keep moving slowly.
Okay. Hang on. Yeah, let me see if I can. No, I can't. Okay. So stop actually where you guys were, and here I'm going to move you guys back a little bit. So when you guys are, yeah, there-ish. Yeah, right there. From out of the crevice comes just a fucking gob of, well, goblins, actually. And they all just start, like, jumping out. Huh? They all
Collective noun, a gob of goblins.
Yes. They all just start jumping out of the crevice, or to make Shakespeare feel better, the crevasse. And they all start jumping out of there, and most of them have spears, but a couple of them have like what look like bolos, but made of chains. None of them have any ranged weapons to speak of, and a couple of them have shields and what on a normal person would be a dagger, but for them are more like short swords. And now we're going to go to the combat map. We're going to go to the danger room. So, boop, and boop. Okay. So, arrange yourselves, please, roughly as you were on the other map, while I start putting out tokens. I suppose a better GM might have already had these laid out. You'll just have to find a better GM for that.
I like our GM.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. Tokens.
Better GMs need not apply.
Okay. Here.
When they jumped out of the hole in the ground, are they still standing next to said hole in the ground?
Generally, although now that you can see it a little better, it becomes clear that the hole in the ground is actually pretty well built up with all kinds of ladders and platforms and whatnot.
So no Sparta kicking.
I mean, it might work, but probably not much better than kicking a goblin in the chest ever really would.
Fair. Okay.
So, hang on here. Let me...
I'm going to say, Brand, let's just go. Run straight at him in the wall.
Just add all these little guys to the board. So, they're all going to look roughly the same. They're not exactly the same, but they will look the same because I only have so many little tokens.
Can
They all
I...
look the same to us. We're racist.
Wow. Can I... How far can I throw a torch?
You can throw a torch about, I want to say about 30 feet, roughly. With some level of accuracy.
Because I'd like to just throw it right about there where I'm thinking.
Okay.
so that there's light in that area for a human.
Gotcha.
Aww.
Well, I will say
She's
that
probably right up there.
Thoughtful paladin.
so it is generally unlikely that they're going to get a surprise on any of you guys, but I will. Oh, come
They
on.
were singing their death song.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you guys weren't entirely certain where they were. So while you're not like surprised
True.
that they're there, you are slightly
We
surprised.
have to kind of turn in their direction.
Right, that they are exactly where they were, I guess is more the
We did have a fool of a took moment. It's like, where's it coming from? We just don't know. We just don't know.
So they are led. There we go. We'll use this guy. This guy looks
They're
fun.
so organized.
They are remarkably organized for goblins. Like, your understanding of goblins is that they're typically, just sort of like run in, catch as catch can, kind of chaos critters. But these guys seem pretty organized. They're all wearing tiny suits of armor, and they seem generally ready for you. Oh, heck. Captain J. Cross has awarded Bren 500 as I believe that's a crit.
Aw.
Is that another crit?
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Captain J. Cross.
Thanks, Captain.
Spider kick.
Thanks, Cap.
Cap. Woo!
That's awesome. All right.
I
So
don't need to tell you which one to kill. Just do it.
the guy
Let
in
her
the
kick me into the crevasse. We're good.
back is just a little bit larger than the rest. His skin is, instead of it looks similar to how it looks there. Instead of being like this sort of light green, it's more of a lightish pink. And he's got like smoke and little bits of smoldering ash all over these like furs that he's wearing. And every once in a while you can see like he coughs, and when he coughs, like ash and smoke come out of his mouth.
Can I make, these are my favorite enemy. Can I make an intelligence check to see if I can determine
Yes,
what's up with the dude in the back?
absolutely. Which is better for you, actually, intelligence or wisdom?
Oh yeah. Right. I get to use either one of those. Well, intelligence is to recall info. Wisdom is to track.
Okay, so intelligence.
And I have
then.
to roll with advantage, so let me roll a second one. Since I don't have advantage toggled on.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay. The guy in the back is a caster of some kind. Goblins don't get them often.
Like
but-
a shaman.
Say again?
Like a shaman.
Something, yeah. Although this guy, so you haven't seen something like this before, but you have heard that sometimes goblins do have like sorcerers or even trained wizards.
Okay.
Exceedingly rare, but they do happen. And given the level of organization that these particular goblins are showing, it does not actually seem entirely out of the ordinary then that they might have some extra help.
How much bigger than the rest of the goblins is he? Like, from a ranged weapon attack perspective, is there a way for me to hit him? Would there be a minus or an additional class?
Nothing in this fight that you can't hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to alert the party. Everyone, the large fellow in the back of the group appears to be some sort of spellcaster. Very rare for goblins. Be on your toes.
I'm going to yell at him in Goblin. Are you okay? You're coughing a lot. You look sick.
He will yell back at you in Goblin. Go fuck your mother!
I say, over there.
Okay,
Fuck your
just
mother.
making sure.
And I'll yell back in Goblin some appropriate insult.
And they actually nod at you in appreciation for your understanding of their cultural ways.
Oh, good lord.
We rolling
He
it.
said hi.
Yeah, sorry, I should have said this by now. Roll initiative, please.
Hold on. Be good.
Oh, that is slick how that works
So
right there.
remember you gotta
Click on me.
I gotta-
click on you.
Click your little, yeah.
There I am.
Oh,
So I've
We're
got
doing
Finn,
stuff.
Metzi,
Sorry, mine's
Glory,
loading. very slowly.
It's loading?
Look at us doing stuff.
The character sheet didn't want to pull up.
Oh, okay. While they're doing that, yeah, so I... just to let... So let me see if I reread the pronunciation. I think it's Koshire. I'm trying to find the pronunciation there. Yeah, so we're doing milestone XP, and CR, like, this is effectively a CR2 encounter. Goblins being super low, but there's a bunch of them, and then the Goblin Caster raises the CR. But I don't calculate it really as much based on strict CR levels as written in the books. Because frankly, I think that player characters tend to be more powerful than the books expect them to be. Or at the very least, most of the players I've encountered are. So I tend to swing a little bit harder than what the book would recommend. Okay, so that being the case, plus, honestly, what's more cinematic? A single, like, wolf thing, or like 20 goblins? 20 goblins.
I'm down with
every
goblins,
time.
man.
20 goblin.
Yeah.
I'm down with the goblins.
Oh yeah.
Goblin bowling.
I mean, if we die a good death.
Findalar's in his element right now.
So,
Did I really roll oh my gosh, I rolled a 1 again.
Yeah, that's
on
awkward.
initiative.
But
Yeah, you get to deck tomorrow.
But what's okay about that is that they will go. My brain just totally stopped. You'll get to see what all happens before anything else. Now let me see.
Yeah.
So they don't have a character sheet, so I don't know if I can add them to the... I think they would have to have a character sheet for me to add them to the order.
Just roll a die. We trust you.
Well, I know where they go in the order. I was just trying to see if there's a way for me to add
Easily add them.
Oh, add custom item. There we go. Goblins, normal. Round calculation, so they're going at a 10. Are they... Did it...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They're going at 0.
It says 0, but that's... Yeah. That's not quite true.
Use your imagination.
Imagination. Finger
You're
rainbow.
doing it, Peter.
Okay.
You're doing it.
Alrighty. Finn, you get to go first.
All right, I'm gonna fire off a
Caesar.
longbow shot,
Okay. So
and I'm gonna be aiming for the big dog.
Okay. Aim for the big guy. That is perfectly acceptable plan. So go ahead, and do you know how to roll your attack? Ooh, it looks like you do. Okay, and a 21 definitely hits, so go ahead and show me your damage. So you click, yep, perfect. So you do
have a
6
range
damage
of
to him.
150?
Oh yeah, longbows are nutty. Yeah,
Hence the term long.
Having fired one, they're insane.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
this
that's
was like right back here.
So yeah, so you definitely hit him, and you hit him a good one. You catch him in the shoulder, and shortly after it hits, though, you see it like kind of burns, and the haft that was sticking out of him, turns to ash before just kind of falling off of him. That takes some time, and he definitely still looks hurt, but it's just a little weird. You haven't seen that happen before.
Good lord, it's like a fire saucer.
Okay, so that is Findalar. Metzi?
I am gonna, following Finn's lead, I'm gonna take a shot at the big guy with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice try.
do that too. Yes.
Pigeon.
Did you click the thing?
Hold on. There we go.
Also,
Okay,
yeah, just-
so the 10 will actually miss him. So your Eldritch Blast goes firing off just sort of into the darkness. All right. Cubit seems to be suggesting that you cast Hex.
What?
I got that.
Which,
Shockingly enough, I got that.
yeah, you do have Hex. And Hex is a bonus action, I believe, to cast.
Bonus action.
So you could also cast Hex
Hold on,
on
let me
him.
just.
I wasn't sure what the
Yeah,
etiquette
look
is
at
on
it.
us, like coaching each other. on
Oh,
our
no,
turns.
do go ahead and make suggestions, because everyone here is new at something.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, okay, I'll hex it.
Hex's booty.
Only his booty, though. The rest of him...
Only the booty. You have to
Only
hit him
the
on
booty.
the butt.
Yeah.
For you to get that
Ask-
extra damage.
Ask the cutie before you touch the booty.
So you say you go ahead and cast Hex. What I'd like for you to do is, in your spell list, click on Hex in your spell list. And also, Hex is that a cantrip or a level 1? I think it's a level 1.
It's a level 1.
Okay, so mark off one of your level 1 casts for the day. And then and then click on Hex so that it will show up in the roll here.
Wait, you want me to click on something before hex? Sorry.
No, click on...
No, just hex.
For now, click on the word Hex in your spell list.
And cast at level 1.
Okay, so now everyone...
Big wall of text.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
so now everyone can see what it does. And then
Like it.
what I want you to do while you're still on your spell page is lower your casts per day by 1. You should have that option to do. Do you see what I'm talking about? Towards the top of level 1, you should see some numbers there. If you don't, I'll have to go fix it later.
I do not. I know on my my core page I've got spell slots. So do I put that down to 0 now because I've got 1?
Then yes, although I think you should have more than 1. But you know what? For now, leave it as it is. I'll double check the book here in a little bit. But we can all remember that you've
Okay.
cast Hex once. That's not hard for us to do.
Yeah, I'll write it down.
And then
Huh?
is an ability of the targets to have disadvantage on.
Yeah, so what ability would you like the guy to have disadvantage on? So, like, he has the same ability list as you do. So if you just look up and down your ability list, you can see, like, what the possibilities are.
Okay. Suggestions would be welcome, folks. I know nothing.
Can we can't keep attack rolls, can we?
No.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Because that would be delicious.
It would be, but attack
Yeah.
rolls aren't an ability. Abilities are things like perceptions,
That's what
stealth.
I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I guess
I
I have nothing that will hit any particular or requires any sort of saving roll. So
Survival, I think I remember reading, was more like surviving in the woods, not like
Right? Yeah. That's
Survival.
survival.
That's a
Okay.
that's a wisdom skill. So
Some
Wisdom?
of your better options, I'll hint for you a little bit.
like I'm looking at athletics or intimidation.
Athletics, intimidation, stealth. Maybe he'd try to sneak away, and that would make it harder.
Yeah, if they're gonna make an attempt to warn
Anything?
others at some point.
Okay, we'll go with stealth then.
Okay.
yeah.
So he gets disadvantage if he tries to make a
Hex
stealth
his
roll.
stealthiness.
And then you also do extra damage to him whenever you manage to hit him. And
Manage to hit him.
Yeah. And then you can transfer the hex to something new. If the critter dies before an hour is up, which almost certainly will happen. Okay, so next up is the goblins. So the goblins, let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10. Okay. So the goblins are all advancing on you guys. It just happens that Brenly's the one right there. And then the caster will move 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is the caster Sneezer?
Yes.
Don't I go before Sneezer? Or no, he's done. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, no. You are correct. Sorry, I was moving all the goblins at once, but you're right. He doesn't actually get to move yet. So the little goblins are going to make some attacks. Okay. Roll 3d20 minus 2. No, hang on. Roll 1d20.
This is why my furry ass is in the back.
Okay, so
time.
the first one attacking Brenly
This
misses. The second one attacking Brenly misses. And the third one, Brenly, your AC is 18.
Correct.
He tinks off of your armor.
Tink.
Yep. And that's it for their attacks for this round. Looks like it's going to get a little bit messier next round. So that is the normal goblins go, and so Glory, it is now your turn.
I would like to run. Yeah. I'd like to move right here.
Okay.
I'm going to, as I'm running, I will shout, "Brick! Kill! Kill! Kill!"
Smash.
And then I'm going to
Brick
hit the-
smash!
and then,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to hit the goblin right in front of.
Okay. Roll your attack. Oh, yeah, you hit him.
Nice.
You
Nice,
actually
nice.
don't kill him. You smack him a good one, and he looks a little dazed. But he does not go down.
And just.
Okay. So it is the Sneezer's go. The Sneezer pulls out of a pouch what looks like a spice jar, and he unscrews the cap and and as he sneezes, a gout. Oh, sorry, I forgot. He moved up. As he sneezes, a gout of flame shoots out from him. Let me see. I think I
That
can.
seems good.
I think I can actually
Singed fur,
do this.
not a good smell.
It comes out from. Oh, wrong direction.
Ooh,
Whoa.
that's fancy.
Like that.
Oh.
Ooh.
Owie. Owie.
So,
Oh,
He
no.
just hit his buddies.
Finn, you need to make a Dex save. DC
I can do
14.
that. All right, so boom.
Okay.
Wah, 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 wah.
Ah.
Did he hit his buddies with that?
Oh yeah. Okay, so Finn takes 6 damage,
Gotcha.
and
Oh God.
sorry. I was just. But he also killed his 2 buddies. Goblins are not famed
This is a
tacticians.
war of attrition.
Yeah.
Friendly
So
fire.
his flame sneeze did some damage.
I love it. Flame sneeze. That is awesome, dude.
That is, to be fair, not my idea. That comes
That
from
goblin's on drugs.
it was actually a Pathfinder module, and I thought it was so brilliant that I continue using it.
For a goblin spellcaster, absolutely perfect.
Right? Yeah. Brenly, it is your turn. This is a target-rich environment, so
So I'm just gonna go for what's right in front of me. Keep it simple.
Brendan's happy right now.
Yeah, she's really excited. She's like shaking a little bit, but in happiness.
the 15 definitely hits. So go ahead and roll damage. Okay. I also didn't realize that you have a
Jesus.
+5 on your Warhammer damage.
I do.
Oh no, that's not a +5 on damage.
Or
That's
on
a
the
+5
attack.
on the attack roll. Okay.
Yes.
Still 11 + 1. You just absolutely peg this guy into the ground.
Do I get goblin paste again? I
Oh,
really
yeah.
liked the goblin
Oh,
paste.
all sorts of goblin, just viscera and paste all over you.
Delicious.
You look like Gallagher, all over again. So it is now Finn's turn. Back to the top.
Ready?
Metzi, did we
All
skip?
right.
No, we did not skip you. That's right. You hexed and bolted.
I'm second.
I will knock another arrow and try to pay back this sneezy, nasty spellcaster.
A 7 will not hit.
Right on by.
Just whizzes right past his ear. And he sees it and he goes, "Ah! Do you move at all?
For my bonus action, was there any way I could tell like the range of that sneeze
About
for the purpose of getting the hell away from it?
Yeah, hang on, and I will tell you the sneeze range is roughly. Sorry, yeah, it is okay. Good, I got it right. It's about 30 feet, 35.
And I moved 30, so I'm just going to move out here, yonder,
Okay,
just to get the hell out of the range of that thing.
sure.
Because owie.
Okay, so now it is Metzi's turn.
What about Brick?
I move a little
I
bit.
never added Brick. Sorry, on Brick's last turn, real fast. Brick goes at the very end. Brick moved
Yeah.
here.
Thank you,
Okay.
Brick. Please
And
do
I'm
not
gonna
seduce
hit
the
the
goblin.
big guy again with Eldritch Blast. So I'm gonna hit the Sneezer with Eldritch Blast again.
Do eat. Back to the chopper.
Give me a roll.
There we go.
Hey, that'll hit. Roll damage.
That's a roll. Well done, Metzi.
And he gets
Good kitty.
And then roll an
Gets
additional
one-
1d6.
Okay. Let's see if I remember.
Thank you, Castle Mag.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Yeah. It literally just evaporates him.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You hit him, and he just goes,
Bye,
piff,
motherfucker.
and he's gone.
Nice.
All the ash and everything he was holding lights on fire, and he blows himself
And
up.
it's just so dismissive. It's just like
Just a little poof.
moving on.
Just like,
Don't care.
In
Kitty
Elvish,
don't
to
care.
Metzi-
Kitty's just like
kitty
next
don't
thing.
care.
In Elvish to Metzi. Well done indeed.
Alrighty.
Back.
So Metzi
There's
had a pretty
still
great
some
moment.
left.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Metzi, pick a new target for your hex.
Okay,
And remember, using the
I'm
pointer,
gonna
you
go
can like click and
for
hold, and it'll give me the radiating circle.
That guy.
That guy. Okay.
That guy.
All right. So Metzi, that is
Don't
your
have
go.
favorites.
Now it is Goblin's normal. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Facing doesn't actually matter. I just like paying attention to it with the little.
It makes it
little
look
dudes.
pretty.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay, and then so these two are gonna attack. So it's gonna start from the left to right. So first one slash roll 1d20 minus 2. Okay, first one misses.
Does he hit himself?
No. He did not like epically fail. He just definitely failed.
Oh, okay.
So they both fail. They're like swiping at you, but they're just not getting there. And then
Sniper's not swiping.
he will move forward. He will move up, and actually he can go there without provoking an attack of opportunity, which he will do. And he will go there without provoking an attack of opportunity, and he will go there. Okay, so we're going to go top to bottom. We're going to go sort of clockwise around you guys. Now, the difference is some of these dudes are going to get flanking. Although it's only really the ones around Brenly, so it probably won't matter a ton. Okay, so the first one at the very top. What is your AC, Glory?
18.
Say again? 18?
18. That's a miss.
Okay, so yep, first guy misses. Second guy misses. Third guy.
Also,
attacking Brenly now misses.
Okay.
Fourth guy attacking Brenly misses. Oh no, sorry. Well, that was his advantage roll. Fourth guy attacking Brenly misses, and then fifth guy gets advantage. So first roll, second roll also misses.
Man,
Matt,
dudes
bro.
are pulling. Ooh.
Yeah, they're just having some real trouble here.
I like to pretend that Brenly's like doing some like ninja dodges.
Amen.
Yeah, Castle McShawn. We've got a cleric and a paladin, I believe, or no, not a cleric, a fighter and a paladin. So they're both tin cans with warhammers. Don't worry, magic rolls are going to get them coming up, but not today, or at least not in this fight.
That's why we have Metzi and Finn.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the goblin's normal. Glory, it is your turn.
I was like, oh, you're all trying so hard. I'm so sorry. And I was going to smack one right in front of me again.
Okay, so you're going for which one?
It's a miss. It was the one right that I'm facing.
Okay. You miss. And he actually, like, you hit and it kind of skips off his shield, and he, like, pokes his face out from behind his shield and goes, ah!
Little jerks.
And then it is... Oh, he's dead. Brenly.
All right. I'm
Oh,
gonna
dead.
go just for.
Oh, actually, I apologize. On Sneezer's turn, he wafts gently. All right, Brenly, it's your turn.
I want to go just for this central one there. Dun.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Sure, I'm trying. Come on, you can do it.
Don't
Believe in
close
you.
your
There you
character sheet every time.
Yeah, I'm realizing that.
And something that
Need
you
to
can
keep
do
going.
is you
Little
can actually
computer.
pop it out
Come on,
of the
little
Roll20
computer.
window, so that you can
Oh.
move
That's
it
what I
behind
do.
stuff. Yeah.
Will the everything still work in Roll20 if you pop it out?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
That's what I've been doing.
Aha!
Okay. So you don't actually have advantage on this guy,
No.
and the 10 is not quite enough.
Okay.
Brick gets a turn. Brick will stand here.
Something for mummy.
He will ready his shield, and then
This should be good.
he will yell out "Turtle!" as he will then run forward through these guys.
Angry turtle.
And so what ends up happening is there is a trail of paste on the ground. On the other
And
end
you
of
wanted
which
to kill him.
Brick will slip
sure did.
and fall and just kind of keep going until about here.
That's fine.
And he is just lying on his face. He made a like a blood and slide, basically. And there's just a solid trail of goblin blood in the rough imprint of his shield skidding across the floor.
Wow.
That is Brick's contribution.
Good boy, Vic.
I just shout across the glory. All right, I was wrong. The shield was a good idea.
You'll never hear the end of it.
Finn.
All right, I'm gonna. Obviously, we are in melee now, correct?
Yep.
All right, I will switch to quarterstaff.
Okay.
I will attack my closest foe.
Okay. Well, they're both effectively equally close to you. So do you want to go for the one directly in front of you or slightly off to the side?
Directly in front of me.
Okay.
Actually, no, off to the side.
Okay. Roll your attack. Just barely a miss.
All right, with my bonus action, I will, anticipating Brick's next move, I will. How many fars do I get? 30?
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm just
How far
trying
he
to.
can move.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. So it's not your bonus action. It's actually a move
Sure.
action. You get
Is that
every turn. You get one action, which can be used for attack or doing
Okay.
a big thing. Right. You get
Yep.
one move action. I don't know why I'm doing this with my fingers. It just feels good. I'm doing. You get a move action, which can be used to move, and then you
Yeah.
also get a bonus action, which only really comes up if you have something within
Right.
your character's kit that says you take a bonus action. Although everyone can take bonus actions to do a couple of sort of mundane things, but typically you don't. I also allow you to use a bonus action to drink a potion, which is just sort of a house rule that I and Throck and a few others prefer. It keeps things more cinematic if you can just kind of
Yeah.
go on the fly. And then finally, you could also take a reaction if you had something that gave you that. For
Right.
example, counterspell is cast as a reaction, but you only get one of each of the different types of actions in any given turn. So if you use a bonus action to do a bonus action thing, like say you're a rogue and you use your bonus action sneak, you don't then get to do another bonus action until your next turn.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and take that move action then.
Okay.
Just to
Now-
move and reposition.
Now, the only other thing that I want to tell you, so if you try to disengage like that, they will get attacks of opportunity on you because you're leaving their threatened space.
Okay, let's don't do that then. I don't want to give them any more.
Yeah, they just get free shots on you. So I just
Yeah, let's not do that. I'm there.
so you missed. Not the worst deal ever. These guys aren't great shots themselves, so I wouldn't worry too much. And then, so let's see, Metzi.
I'm going to.
Oh, the guy who you hexed died. So who would you like to hex?
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Okay, so that guy is now hexed. And what would you like to do?
I hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
It's always a good
Becoming
move.
thing. My
It's a good
thing.
warlock staple.
You
So
were
I'm gonna
learning.
hit
I was
him
going to
with
say
an
you were learning the
Eldritch
warlock
Blast.
vocabulary.
Hey!
I hit it with Eldritch
Ooh.
Blast. Sure thing, buddy. What do you do now, Warlock? I hit it with Eldritch Blast. Okay, that's a great move. What are you going to do 3 turns from now? I'm probably going to fucking hit him with an
Well,
Eldritch
it's a bit
Blast.
Far away to hit with my Macahuetle.
Yeah,
So-
well, and it's fine. You don't have all of your sweet
Okay.
Hexblade awesomeness yet either. So like Eldritch Blast from afar is not a bad way to go. Okay, so
Rolling
22.
D6
Jesus.
because he's hexed.
Yep. So roll an extra d6. And remember, if it's the last, like you can just push up
Ooh.
until you get to the last thing you did. Awesome. So 8 damage total. So he just piffs. He is gone.
Nice. Vapor. Goblin vapor.
Yeah, just erased yet another goblin from existence.
This is what the goblin looks like now.
The goblin turns to his buddy as it's going and says, "Wait, Mr. Stark, I don't want to go."
I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway.
feel so good.
Cool, Ferdy.
Sorry. So, it is the normal goblins move. Metzi, do you want to move at all, or are you good where you are?
Where I am. I'm standing behind the 2 armored trucks.
Yep.
I blast. So I'm good.
Okay.
No, the
Um,
truck is over there.
So,
He fell
Yeah.
down.
Goblin number 1.
Flying turtle.
Let me actually roll for him real fast here.
Carrying that much metal.
Plus, he actually gets a +2 to that. Okay, Goblin number 1 does not turn and flee in panic. Let's check out Goblins, well, remaining now 2 and 3. Goblin 2 is good.
Oh, yeah.
Goblin 3 is good.
Should I tell you where I moved my hex? Sorry, because I keep forgetting
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
move my hex. Should I tell you when the
Yeah.
other one in front of Finn?
Okay, yeah, technically it's when the currently hexed guy dies. Okay, so, yeah, weirdly, they're all perfectly fine with standing their ground. I don't know why.
Yeah, this is good. I
but
like
that's-
this.
Yeah,
This is fine.
I feel right. Okay, so Goblin number 1 attacking Finn fails. Goblin number 2 attacking Glory.
And I
Hits.
use protection.
No, fails. The -2.
Oh.
And then Goblin number 3 hitting Brenly. Ooh, and he crits. Okay. So, Goblin number 3. Slash roll. So he's going to get to do 2d6 plus 2. So this could actually be potentially really bad. He hits you for 9.
Oh.
So he
Ouch.
just manages to sink one right in there. It's just, and just stabs you like right here.
Ow!
Ah.
I don't like that.
No one would. What? Oh no. So that's the goblin's move. Glory, it is your turn.
I hear Bren scream behind him like, what the? Just kind of reach behind, like, lay on hands. You're a hero
Aw.
for 5.
Glory is so pure.
So heal for 5.
Okay.
Thanks.
And then I'm just going to snarl at the goblin right in front of me.
The goblin will oblige and snarl back. And that is Glory's move. Sneezer wafts some more, and Brenly, it is your turn.
I want to use my crit on this guy that stabbed me.
Never let it be said you're not vengeful. All right.
Hey,
Nice.
remember that's like, I think that's one of my personality
I
traits.
think it actually is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Is it?
go ahead.
Revenge is a dish best served
Best
right
served.
the fuck now.
Yeah.
Warm, cold,
Right.
anyway, always.
Well played.
So
In a
well
don't
played.
worry about
No.
rolling your attack.
No.
Just roll your damage twice. So yeah. So
Okay.
so you rolled your attack. So hit, and then hit Warhammer damage again. Okay. Jesus. So he's just a mook, but you did 17 damage on a purchased crit to this mook. So you tell me what
Yes.
happens.
Okay, so he like stabs into me, and her like she's been smiling this whole time because she loves fighting, and her face just like falls, and she gets really still, and then she like opens her eyes again and just really slowly right through his skull and down his spine. Swings her warhammer down.
I love it.
Yes!
I love it.
I'm
Okay.
assuming that's like a two-handed swing right
Quick,
there.
the bat.
Okay.
Bisect him with a blunt object.
Yes, that's what I'm
No.
going for. Like it's not fast.
All the way, and he just like peels apart and falls down.
Good golly.
Like,
Okay.
"Ah."
Well, he's dead. And his grandparents and parents and children are dead now too.
As they should
You've
be.
erased his line from the history of goblins.
I just hear this
Nice.
awful
Just
noise behind
staring
me.
at
I'm
Brenly
like,
like,
what the hell?
Okay.
just say to Glory, don't look.
Yeah, everyone can feel that it just got.
No.
Thank you, Captain J. Cross.
Oh no, Shakes, we can't hear you. Yeah, everyone
Can you
can
hear me?
feel that it... Oh, I can hear you now. I think.
Okay.
Yes. You're
Yeah.
right. You're good.
We're getting like some lag or something.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Good.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I feel like we can hear you whenever you say, "Can you hear me?" And then anytime you
It's
say
gone.
something next, we cannot hear you anymore.
But you can't hear me when I'm saying other things, like
Oh,
just...
I can hear all
I
that.
can hear you now.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hear me
yeah,
now? Okay.
Yes.
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 Good.
Yeah, but we're definitely getting some lag. But yeah, so everyone on that side, like everyone can tell that side of the battle just got like 10% darker for a moment. Just sort of morally and also like physical light wise, like it just like dimmed, and then is fine. Okay, so Brick spends his turn standing up. And when he stands up, he's like dripping in blood and just covered all over. And he just turns back around to Glory and he goes, again! And that is Brick's turn. Findalar.
He did a goblin slip and slide.
Yeah.
Glory and be all bath later.
Finn, what you doing?
I'm going to go ahead and quarterstaff with my buck and a quarterstaff.
All right, go ahead and
The goblin immediately to my left.
thwack him a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there
I
you
do.
go. Roll some damage. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you brain him a good one, and he just everyone can hear this sort of sickening like thunk as just this hefty piece of wood makes contact with bone and soft things underneath, and he squishes and falls over dead.
Yeah, man.
Gone. Metzi, it is your turn, and I assume that you have replaced your hex on the only living goblin.
Yep. It's the only living goblin. And you know what I'm gonna do? Can you guess what I'm gonna do?
Are you?
McQueedle,
Maybe a
McQueedle,
Like, on the
McQueedle,
edge of my
McQueedle.
Are you actually? I mean, you could use your. But you're probably
The
gonna.
Eldritch Blast. Do you know how hard it is to clean goblin blood out of white fur?
No, fair.
Okay.
You're a
I'm
fancy
saying
bitch.
Clean.
And we don't have anyone that casts prestidigitation, so I think that hits.
Hey.
Oh, good
I
golly.
do that.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, it's dead. It's just gone.
Okay. He is piffed.
Just.
Yeah, he is just gone.
I'm out here just evaporating people, just like.
Okay. And with that, you guys have. Yeah. All right. So successful. You guys took out all dem goblins, yo. Oh, sorry. I apologize. There is actually a little bit of business before we leave this particular map. So as you guys are rummaging around, although actually let me see if there's a more appropriate, because I think that there was a more appropriate map, and now I'm not seeing it, so maybe there wasn't. Okay. So there is a more appropriate map, and we're going to switch to it. What I'm going to need you guys to do is, let's see, I think I can, I don't know if that works that way. What I'm going to need you guys to do is imagine that, and it'll be the second map that'll take you to, that instead of being outdoor encampment, I have not yet made an indoor cave fireplace map, but that this is sort of the remainder of what was in that crevice,
Okay.
where all the goblins came out of.
Okay.
And so I'm going to place your guys' tokens on the map.
These maps are really cool, by the way.
Yeah, well done on the mappage.
Well,
Well done.
Thank you. Although, to be fair, this one and the last one I did not make. They actually come with Roll20. I made the tunnel, and I made another map that you'll see when you get done with the tunnel.
Just take your compliments.
Thank you.
Get done with the tunnel.
I just don't like taking credit for things I didn't do.
All right.
Okay, so here's you guys, and in this, in the yes, in this place, there is a single critter, who is locked in a cage next to a fire. The cage is rusted and gross and shitty, and the fire is waning, and the creature is pathetic and covered in unmentionable fluids of a variety of types.
Like me.
Is nude, except for a loincloth, and a single chain around
Some
its...
fancy places.
Yes. And a single chain around its neck, with a pendant on it, that I guess you guys could all roll knowledge religion and see if you can maybe recognize it.
Natural 20.
Dang.
9 o'clock. Otherwise, just get me something if you like. Okay, natural 20.
Oh, my religion is shit.
Okay, so...
I have no religion. Let's go.
Moogs...
Shockingly enough, the paladin might know.
Yes, exactly. Moogs, you will recognize this as a pendant... the pendant as being an icon of chaos. But it's a... I'm trying to think how best to represent this. Hang on, actually. Sorry, I should have had this... Because it's not chaos. That doesn't sound right. Hang on. I had this planned.
Time for the handy dandy.
And then I forgot
Nope.
the word that I wanted to use. And so now I gotta look it up. Because I'm a jerk. I'm a big old jerk.
You.
Should
I'm
work
eating
on that,
ice
maybe.
cream.
Did you say you're eating ice cream?
I did.
Okay.
I just thought y'all should know that.
No,
You can't eat ice cream on stream if you didn't bring enough to share.
Which is why I'm not on screen.
This is why his video's off.
I can't eat this early in the morning.
But it's not nearly as impressive if I don't tell you.
And I can't eat ice cream,
Oh,
but I want some anyway.
Might actually be in the DMG.
I'll enjoy mine for you, Cubit.
May I
Ice cream.
use divine sense to see if he's spitting out some sort of evil aura?
Oh, you absolutely may do that, but give me just a moment while I look something up.
Okay.
I also want to do something, but I'll wait until you've looked something up.
Thank you, and I do apologize for the pause here, but I need to find just a little bit of information that I am not seeing. Allow me to consult the other tome. Shakes, what is it that you're curious about in the meanwhile? Shakes. Metzi, can you...
Sorry. I wanted to, yes?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Am I still
Yes.
having problems?
You're good.
I wanted to cast Detect Magic.
Ah, okay. Both of
Look
these
at that
things
thing.
can and will happen in just a mo. Why does this thing not have the thing that it should thing?
The thing's missing.
It is, man.
Oh
Here we are. 10, 11... okay.
That's not how that works, right? Like, that's a joke. A DM crit? I don't like DM crits. No.
I mean,
Veto.
they can happen. Here we are.
Can we
there we
donate
go.
to the stream?
Good. I mean, no? Yes? Let's go with not while you're playing. How's that?
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Thanks. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, good. So
Good.
he is wearing it is a pendant with 3 wavy lines, one on top of each other. And you recognize this as the symbol of Avandra, who is a goddess of change and luck.
Hello, friend. Are you lucky?
What?
And then I have divine sense, so I'm just kind of like,
He is putting off the opposite of evil. If there were a thing that isn't evil, he's putting off that. Shakes, to answer your detect magic question, the answer is nothing here is magical. That's not true. His pendant is giving off a very slight magical aura.
So is this like a humanoid creature?
So, what you are looking at, and I should have made this clear, it is humanoid, it is small, it is sort of a deep green-blue skin goblin. This is a goblin in a cage, nude, with the sigil
cute.
of a chaotic good god of luck and change, covered in horrifying fluids.
Viscera.
Yes.
He's cute. Can we eat him?
I'm gonna approach the
Fuck
goblin
no.
in the cage. And in goblin, what are you doing here? What is your name?
My name is Leech. The bastards
Good name.
did not appreciate me. They didn't appreciate what I brought them. I gave them a gift. I gave them a gift of love. And they... I just want to kill them all.
Who
I like
do
him.
you
I will translate that out for everyone else who doesn't speak Goblin.
who do you wish to kill?
Everyone who doesn't love love.
Oh, yes.
He backs away a little.
You've
Just
got the right
a
idea
couple of
here.
steps.
Can I try to like break the cage open? You said it's rusty and bad.
Is that
Yeah, we're
Throck
just gonna
who is
break it
trolling
up.
me?
Fucking
Yes,
idiot.
I don't care if it had water on it. It had love. Shoosh, you.
He said he wants to kill everyone who doesn't love love.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love love.
I love love too.
I don't
We're
trust
going
the
to break him
goblin.
out of that cage.
Cool.
I don't trust the goblin, so as they begin to do that, I'm gonna back away and knock an arrow.
Yeah, also speaking in Goblin. Okay, Leech, can you hear me?
I can
We want to
hear
break
you,
you
he
out.
says in common. And then he looks at the elf and says, I can hear you too.
Okay, we are going to get you out. We hate goblins too because they try to kill us and we're on a job. It's a long story.
We
But
like
want to
living.
We love living and we love.
If there were any
But
way
if-
I could not be a goblin, I would not be a goblin anymore. But seeing as how I still have to be a goblin, I want to kill every single goblin I can possibly find. And then he starts like grinding his teeth against the bars, like ah.
Your
No.
orthodox will hate you if you do that.
Okay, I want to
Yep.
try to open the cage.
Yeah, we're breaking it out.
Okay. So you.
Stop adopting things.
No, this one's mine. I love him. He's crazy and murderous.
We find all the broken ones and we make them whole.
Oh,
I am not adopting anything. I don't care if you put a kitten in my lap. It's not happening.
really?
In fact,
I'm gonna
Betsy
back
just
away
takes
and
a
knock
step
an arrow.
Okay.
Betsy
So.
takes a step back and puts his paw into the ruff of fur around his neck and pulls out a large corn snake and just backs away like, I don't know.
I've had
Just
I've had
like
Leech
not-
for 2 minutes,
no.
and already, if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
So breaking him out of the cage is not that difficult, actually.
Good.
The lock is shit. Your warhammer is huge, and it just comes away right away. And Leech, he looks at you, and he's kind of like wildly like looking around. He's like, "I have pants," and then he just like zooms past you guys. And he runs from where he is. He has to like go all the way around. Hang on. He has to like go all the way around the fire to get into the tent over here. And he goes into the tent, and you hear him like rummaging around and swearing a little bit. And then as he walks out, he is wearing robes, like white robes with a sort of a light blue aquatic theme across it.
You should have showered first.
Oh no, he's totally gross. He's wearing pants and like little wooden clog sandal things.
Oh god.
And as he walks out, the tent behind him just whoosh, catches on fire and is sort of gone in an instant. And you see Leech silhouetted against the fiery tent, and he looks at you guys and he goes, "All right, okay, who's hurt? You. You look a little hurt."
You're probably still bleeding a little bit from right
Yeah,
here.
I got a little stabbed. It was just
He reaches out and he touches his hand to your side, and you heal.
I definitely look a little toasty burnt.
1d8.
I'm probably
I'm
still
so sorry.
smoldering, actually.
I'll cast Lay on Hands on you to 5 hit points.
4. Okay, so Cubit.
Cast prestidigitation and just clean his robes, because that's going to stress me out. Prestidigitation, even.
Okay. Yeah.
Just-
So,
we do have someone with that spell. Good.
yes. So fine. You prestidigitate away his dirtiness, and he seems pretty happy about that actually.
Oh, thank.
Uh,
So does my nose.
But you heal, Cubit. You heal 11, which I think is
nice.
more than you took.
Full.
Yes.
Yes, he is a good Healy boy. And he looks around. Anyone else? Anyone?
Excuse me, goblin.
Yeah,
And
he's a little burnt over
And
there.
he like rummages around in his cloak, and you hear like a sort of a wet smacking pop as he pulls out a little leech. And he walks over to Finn, and he goes, "Do you want this or do you want this?" And his hand is like glowing a little. "This one's organic."
I think I'll take my chances with the glowing, I think.
Ah, no imagination. Vroom.
Is
And I
it
look at
locally
him very
sourced?
suspiciously.
And so he will heal. He heals Finn for 10.
Thank you. I lower my bow and put away my arrow.
You were still aiming at him?
Hell yeah, I hate goblins. Favorite enemy, bro. Favorite enemy, bro.
If
you.
You stood back from all this, petting my snake like...
All right. So, what are we doing? You guys broke me out. I owe you my life. I'll at least save you all one each, and then we're even.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have 9,
Yeah.
don't I get more?
I only have one. You only saved the one. You get one back.
We'll see.
you have 9
Awesome, I
lives?
love it.
How do you have 9 lives?
So, what are we doing?
We're protecting a bunch of idiots from dangerous stuff they don't like.
Ah, okay.
And some of us aren't doing it willingly, so let's get back.
I'm good.
Should we do it?
This works. Oh, hang on. He goes into one of the other tents and he gets like just a quarterstaff, and he walks back out and he's like, "All right, I'm ready to travel." Finally, though, as he's walking back with you guys, he looks up and he sees Brick, who somehow he had not noticed on the other side of the campfire.
The ogre.
Not sure how you missed that, but okay.
And he looks
He's
up
behind
His pants are camouflage,
and he
so
looks
he's
up,
half invisible.
he looks up at Brick and he goes, "You! I know you!" And Brick goes, No, you don't know me." And Leech looks up at him and goes, No, it's fine. I had nothing to do with all that. Give me a ride." And Brick picks up Leech and puts him on his shoulder. And the two of them look at you guys and say, "All right, we're ready."
I just start walking back to the caravan.
That's so beautiful. Brenly like brushes a single tear from her eye.
Gloria
I
too.
just shake my head and head back to the caravan.
Is there
Not
anything?
dealing with this Ludo friend shit. Nope.
Is there anything notable inside this?
You guys find, and you should mark this down, you find 27 gold, 32 silver, and 54 copper.
How many silver was that?
32, I said, right? 32.
Thank you.
No, 32. Shit. Someone will play it back for me, and they'll know.
27 gold, 32 silver, 54 copper.
Thank you.
That's what I wrote down. Good. Thank you.
And is this an abandoned caravan encampment, or is this where the gobbies came from?
So this is, yeah, so as what I'd said before, this is where the goblins came from. So you like went down into the crevice. It looks like it's trees and grass. It's not. It's stone.
Nice.
And you guys assembled Master Blaster, and you are good to go. So, honestly, let me see here. It is 8:34. It is a little early. But I think
For you.
I think we're gonna call it because our stated end time is 9 o'clock. I know, but I think we kind of hit where we needed to hit for today. Is that okay with everybody else?
It's a good
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Okay.
Gloria, a little stop before we go back to the caravans and say a quick prayer for the goblins.
Good. I like that. I like that a lot. Actually, I will say, so you do.
Can I cuddle with Leech?
Leech is actually remarkably happy to cuddle. He sort of coos and purrs, but it sounds a little bit like the noise the predator makes.
Yes!
Which I am not good at making, but it's like a right, like a yeah.
I can't do that one.
Oh! Someone got that. Was that Wiley who got that?
That was Wiley.
Awesome. That noise. Can you do it again? Oh, that's so good.
Oh
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so thank you guys very much for joining us. This was a great session. I'm super happy. You guys pumped? Yay!
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And then
We've adopted another one.
well, you were rated for 6. Now you have 6.
Yeah.
You're fulfilling the terms of the contract. So we are
I'm now
going,
stuck with 2 little mothers.
as is our tradition here on Welcome to the Party. When we move on from our session, we like to go and spread the love and raid somebody else's stream. So we're going to be raiding Splattered Inc., who I have to assume are some pretty cool people, because that's the only kind of people that we go raid. So
That's the Dauber guy. That's the Dauber's dude.
Oh, okay, sweet. So thank you very much, guys, for checking us out, and we'll see you next week, Monday at 6 o'clock. Bye!
See y'all. Picture me waving.